Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Jeremiah Kruger with Foreman Fitness, and today I've got a special guest for you. We've got Dave Schmitz, the band man, in the house.
Thanks, Jeremiah. Thanks. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to introduce your audience to Dangle Training. All right.
Dangle.
It's something they may have seen in the past, but I've taken it to the cable column.
Yeah.
And when we add it to the cable column, things change dramatically. So I'm really excited to go ahead, take your audience through some simple concepts of Dangle Training and why they may want to go ahead and start building it into their program, and then how can they get it started.
Let's get going. First, we're going to talk about why you should even watch this video, why you should even care about this type of training.
So let's go ahead and get started on the why. First and foremost, a band is an elastic tool. We have it attached to a free weight. So when this band goes ahead and we hook ourselves up, the weight right now is dangling, hence the name Dangle Training.
Makes sense.
A real simple concept.
Right on
here.
the nose.
Right, exactly. So now that weight is dangling, the band is elastic, so we immediately create this oscillation effect of the weight. Well, immediately that triggers stability. Now, if I'm pushing, it's going to trigger trunk stability and my back leg stabilization. So immediately I'm getting stronger on my feet. I'm getting more stable on my feet. If we go to a pulling movement, which we'll have you do in a little bit, Jeremiah, but if I go to a pulling movement, now I'm immediately making my glutes and my hips stabilize so I can go ahead and do the pulling. So stabilization is the first reason you want to start doing this.
Makes sense.
Second reason you want to start doing it is we want to get muscles to react and contract. So when I take this out here and I have the weight set accordingly for my strength, as I go to push, there's this little delay factor right before I start to move.
So now, at the beginning, the delay is you stretch the band
right
before
here.
The weight moves?
Right here. As soon as I go to contract, I'm contracting, but the weight hasn't moved. Now as I go to push, I've got to go ahead and fight this band to get the weight moving. It's literally like you're doing a deadlift, but you get no momentum. And now you push out, and now when I get it out here, I'm back to stabilization again. So those two concepts create a higher level of muscle recruitment. Thirdly, the band is functioning like a strap. Think of a tricep strap where you do your tricep press downs or a rope.
Alternatives to cable attachments.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the band, instead of going ahead and having the rope, it's a strap. So now it can go ahead and hook on here, and we can function in multiple ways using this strap. But because it's elastic, all the exercises we go ahead and incorporate with this are going to get those two effects that we just talked about.
Cool.
Stability and recruitment. When you hook it on the cable column, make sure we have a very large carabiner here because you're going to need a wider band than normal. Why? Because you have to support the weight. Couple of key things you want to be concerned with here. Number one, if this band is way too light to fit the resistance, you're not going to get any oscillation because the weight's not going to move. You're just going to overstretch the band.
Yep.
Number two, the wider the band, it causes you to go ahead and really be able to grip the band and make it much more comfortable. So I would suggest start with a wider band. This is an 1 3/4 size band, a little bit bigger band than most people train with, but when you hook it on the cable column, it'll work perfect.
Makes sense. Okay, so what exercises should we do to get started with this?
Well, you know what? I've got 3 exercises for you. I want to take you through them. They're very simple, basic exercises, but they'll light everything up like we talked about. Let's start with rowing first.
Okay.
We'll go single arm rowing. Obviously, you could do double arm rowing.
Yeah.
But let's go single arm rowing so we can show how your hips are going to stabilize.
Got you.
So take your hand, put it through the loop. Once again, the band being wider grips the wrist. So now you don't have to worry about grip problems. You don't have to worry about slippage. Just put it over your wrist, step on back.
Easy enough.
All right, so now I want you to stagger and put your left foot out in front, right foot behind. Now, I'm gonna just hold you here for a little bit. Now, if you get tired, let me know, but we're gonna keep you here for a little bit.
Won't happen.
Now, immediately, all right, the weight is elevated, so it's dangling. Secondly, the band is on a little bit of a stretch. That stretch is now causing this hip to go ahead and stabilize. If you go ahead and just lightly pick up your back foot just a little bit, you're gonna feel that left hip right away kicking in.
Correct.
So now we've got you loaded. We're gonna load your hip. We're gonna go ahead and make your lats stretch as you reach, all right, and then slowly go ahead and pull back on this first rep. Now I had you do it slowly because I want you to get comfortable with the weight rack. Secondly, this weight system can only go so high. So I want to
out.
make sure that you don't jar yourself because you hit the top of the rack.
Correct. That is
so
good.
always first rep, check the range of motion, make sure everything's good. We're good. All right, now reach, and come back pulling. Feel free to pull as hard as you want and as fast as you want.
There's a quick one.
There it is. Squeeze. And there's what I'm looking for. Now you have to hold this stability while that weight is oscillating. As you reach out, the weight is oscillating there. Go ahead and just give me a little reach and pull. Bang, hold it there, tight. Very good. So get your feet facing right at the camera. Great idea. Now, let yourself reach again. We all of a sudden made this into more of a mobility drill because now you're working on hip internal rotation. You're loading your lat differently because you're in a rotation movement. Now, when you pull back, I want you to finish looking right at the camera. Pull, and right there. Hold that. Right now, this guy is learning how to push off the floor, causing this to stabilize.
Yep.
So literally, you're working on your ability to change direction. If you're an athlete, you're working on your ability to stabilize and plant your foot as an athlete. So this is what I'm after.
Yeah.
Function. Now, go ahead, step out. Got to get the weight suspended. There you go. Now, just hold that right there. All right, now, once again, back leg locked in and stabilizing. However, now because it's a horizontal force, your trunk, if we go ahead and let's go ahead and just to prove this, put your feet parallel. Bang. All right, we're offset load.
Yep.
Trunk right now is saying, okay, it's firing. Because if it's not, this is what we would see. We don't want that. We want this to stay safe. We want this active, and you didn't have to think about a single part of this. It just happened.
Yep.
So now we've got this weight pulling on your trunk. A lot of people work stabilization using planks, what I call isometrics or static type stabilization. However, in real life, we've got to stabilize on the move. We're going to stabilize you on the move right now.
All right.
All right. So now slowly, once again, push out to make sure it's slow. The weight is going to clear. You're good. No problem.
Yep.
Take it on back. I'm going to keep you here because
Okay.
I want you to go ahead and push right to my hand as quick as you can. Stick. Hold. 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 Now let it come on back. Now, right before you go to push, you're going to feel this little oscillate, a little pullback, a little what we call stretch reflex.
Yep.
Anytime you can get that stretch reflex, you're going to get a better recruitment of the primary muscles you're working. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, so load it, go ahead, push, bang, hold, 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 hold. You could see your body just oscillating. Dynamic stability.
Yeah.
We're teaching this trunk to keep this guy safe on the move, on the fly.
Yeah.
Take your left foot and put it forward. Dig your right foot in. Now, nice anterior hip stretch right there. Go ahead and push again. Hold, hold, hold it right there. Tight, tight. Back leg is digging in, stabilizing. You're going to be much stronger in this position because now you have the back leg to leverage.
Yep.
But let's not stop there. Let's turn and face this way. Now, I'm going to change your hand position just a little bit, just to demonstrate. I want you to put your hand right there. Put this hand through. Hook it right there. Hook it right there. Good. Now I'm going to get out of the way so people can see. Now, literally, you could do a pull with this arm and a push with that arm, but we're going to keep it to one movement.
Okay.
What I want you to do is, with the palm of your hand, you're going to go ahead and you're just going to push slowly, like you're delivering a punch. Bang, hold right there, right there. Now here's a couple of keys to training. I need this band right on that palm,
Gotcha.
right there, because that's your power center.
Yeah.
That's your switch that hooks on your rotator cuff, turns on your rotator cuff, engages your trunk, engages your shoulder stabilization.
Yep.
Let it come on back, tuck in right there. Hold it there. You're free to wrap the thumb underneath or keep it above, whichever you feel more comfortable with.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, punch. Bang, hold right there. Hold it there, hold it there. Let it come on back slow. Now, dig in, dude, dig in. Dig in, press, right there, right there, right there. Take it on back. Why do I want that band here? Because I want to engage this shoulder with this trunk. All right, so now extend your arms out. That's pretty comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, once again, the band's versatility and the ability to make it a comfortable movement is unmatched. You don't need another strap.
Yep.
You don't need to go ahead. We've done 3 exercises with the same band, no other straps needed. Now, sit here, let yourself go back a little bit and hold. Now the weight is still suspended, so your trunk is engaging, hips are engaging. Now keeping those arms straight, just bring your hands right to me slowly. Stick it, hold, right there. Now your back leg is engaged, trunk is stabilizing, and you've got this rotational stability that you've got to fight.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to go ahead, put your right hand in there, clasp your hands together. Now it's a little different grip.
Yeah.
All right, so now what you can do is pull with this arm more. This shoulder doesn't have to work quite as hard because it's not loaded.
Yeah.
So now do the same movement, drop your hips, let it come back, and now pull with that right arm. There you go. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
So if I wanted to work posterior shoulder stability and strength,
That end in first.
slam in there. If I want to work anterior shoulder like a fly,
Yeah.
but it's unilateral, we slide the hand in there.
That's cool.
And we pull through, stick it. All right. Now, if you really want to take it up a notch, hold that there, put this here, let it there. Now just hold.
Yep.
Now, this is advanced, and here's why. This shoulder is all by itself right now.
Yep.
This is a long lever arm.
Yep.
The weight is way out here. So if you go back slow and controlled, this better be stable.
Yeah.
Now you can feel the stability factor going on right there. Bring it out just a little bit. Hold right there. Big time stability.
For sure.
But dude, you're much stronger than the normal person. So, but I want to show this because the versatility of what it can do. Make sense?
For sure.
But if I'm going to start this exercise,
2 hands on.
2 hands on, hand there, grip it, and that's where we start. That's where we start. And here's what's really cool too. Stay there. Woo. I can go down here. So now you can chop up. Good. Come back. Get there. Now if it slides through your hand, do this. Hook it here, grip it, and put it right there, but keep tension on it. And then when you're here, you can go ahead and move. You got to keep tension on it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it gets loose, it'll slide around.
Bounce around, that makes sense.
If it does, hook it here, and then you can start doing your chops that way.
Yeah.
Come on back, hook it there, grip it. But here's the cool thing. I've got all of this to work with. I can do upward chops, I can do downward chops, and it makes the chop a completely different type of exercise because you got this dangle effect, more stability, and more recruitment because of all that.
Whew, okay, well, that was a lot of hard work, but that was very cool. So thank you, Dave. That was awesome.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
You know, the only closing thought I want to add is this. A band by itself, great training tool, but a band also makes so many other tools better. The cable column is a perfect example. We just took a simple cable column and we completely made it a different type of training equipment that not only is more enjoyable, I think, a little bit more fun, definitely greater variety, but also it trains your body the way it was designed to work. Stability, recruitment, all the things we talked about.
Yeah.
That's what a band does. And I hope people kind of take that away and say, hey, bands do a lot more than just train by themselves.
Yes, cool.
That's it.
Thank
That's
you.
it, dude.
Thank you guys for watching.
You're
Have
welcome.
a wonderful day. See you
Great.
next time.